Mystery drones continue to be seen in Europe as the world inches closer to war. So let's talk about it. Get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Yeah, things are getting dicey out there. Check out what U.S. Air Force General Alexis Grunkiewicz has to say here. Yeah, I thought I was going to be out of trouble getting away from the Danish and Swedish names, but no.
The range that those drones can fly and the paths that they can take, we are all vulnerable to them. So the eastern flank provides a first line of defense for this. And if those drones get through that first line of defense, they can be paired with the ballistic missiles or other capabilities that hold the entire alliance at risk. So I do think while it is an eastern sentry line that we're working to defend, it is on behalf of the entire alliance that this is going forward.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, the U.S. seems to be getting involved on the action. Ronnie Vernet says, analyzing the light spectrum of unidentified flying objects in Denmark, we can see some emit a strange blue wavelength trailing behind them. Well, that's really interesting. And he says the credit goes to this channel, KZ, and then those numbers. Really interesting. I don't know how that compares to a regular drone, but it's definitely intriguing. Yeah, and it's so interesting that the drones that people are seeing in Denmark or have been seeing are dead ringers for the ones seen in New Jersey in the United States. You have that classic, that now iconic mystery drone appearance, which are, again, the same thing they are seeing in Europe. So this does not appear to be Russia or China. It appears to be something else. Not to say that there aren't actual war drones in play, and we're going to get into that. And we're going to get into some of the new potential mystery drone activity. Meanwhile, Matthew Brown, UFO whistleblower Matthew Brown, is commenting on the increased tension. He says, our world order is perilously close to collapse. From hemisphere to hemisphere, flashpoints ignite. Proof of a system under strain. Without trust, rivals become enemies and sparks become wars. If we are to avoid a true global conflict, the U.S. and Russia must strike a grand bargain for peace, and the frame for that bargain must be UFO disclosure. It's really interesting. That's a really interesting point of view, because the phenomenon, in the form of the mystery drones, is bringing about this greater tension, putting us very much on the footing of war. And what if that was the intention? The only way to get out of war is to reveal the presence of the anomalous, right? Europe can't even conceptualize that these drones, or, what we're calling drones, UFOs presenting as drones, could be just that, just UFOs, anomalous objects, whatever they are, whether that's control group technology, ET technology, whatever that is, not conventional drones for any conventional purpose that we understand. So what if the only way to get out of this war posture is to admit the presence of UFOs? Hey guys, never mind that whole war business. They're UFOs. It wasn't Russia. Again, not to say Russia isn't doing dastardly things at this exact moment, but this does not appear to be one of them. And what if, and it is this mystery drone behavior that has gotten us to this brink, seemingly. So what if the only way to get out of it is to reveal the presence of UFOs? That is really an interesting idea. So let's see, what other mystery drone stories do we have? Yeah, that's right. Ronnie Vernet reporting on this story, and there's multiple people reporting on this. Unidentified object that flew over an oil platform in Norway. Press spokesperson Magnus Fransen Eidsvold said at Equinor, we do not share details related to any observations around our facilities and installations. Yeah, so we'll get into more of that. Meanwhile, a German warship arrives in Copenhagen, Denmark, amidst drone incursions. Yeah, the The Germans are getting involved. They're sending in warships. Um, French are getting involved. Everybody is getting in on the action, which does not look great. Everybody is talking about war. It's just really unfortunate. Swedish Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson announced yesterday that Sweden sent anti-drone units to Denmark to assist amidst drone incursions. Yep, Germany getting in on it, Sweden getting in on it. Meanwhile, Russia is claiming that there's going to be a false flag in Poland. Russia's Foreign Intelligence Service claims Ukraine is planning a staged attack in Poland using sabotage groups posing as Russian and Belarusian special forces to target critical infrastructure and falsely blame Russia. Now, again, that is just mundane, if you will, war news that this is a claim that Russia is putting out there. But because the phenomenon could be inching us closer to this war, the two stories are becoming intertwined. It's very, very frustrating. I do not want to be reporting on the war. Yeah, I hope to God there is no war. Poland is preparing hospitals for war and training medical personnel for deployment in crisis situations in under combat conditions. Even staff training takes place in the hospital basement, where non sterile conditions typical of wartime are simulated. The head of the military hospital in Lublin explained that every hospital must provide beds in case of war. The local administration is already taking care of this. So, yeah, we're going to see multiple war and war type stories. Chris Sharp says this could easily turn into a UK security situation when gas and oil fields in the North Sea are potentially involved. Talking again about this situation in Norway. Norwegian authorities are reporting the sighting of an unidentified drone from a natural gas platform within the Sleipner gas field in the North Sea, roughly 160 miles west of Stavanger, Norway. So, yeah, we have unidentified drones over this natural gas platform. Is that a Russian drone? Is that a Chinese drone? Is that a mundane surveillance drone? So far, I haven't seen any information about this particular drone. I don't know if this is a mystery drone or just a regular drone. So I'm definitely looking for more information on that. If you see it before I do, let me know. Oh, and here's a new one I'm just seeing. Breaking new reports to police about drones near Brønnøysund Airport in Norway. The drones were reportedly visible from the airport tower. The drone was visible from the tower but quickly moved northeast. Authorities have not located the drone or its operator yet. Investigation ongoing. So, yeah, no further information about this. The fact that they lost this object and can't find its operator might signal that this is a mystery drone. It's certainly in keeping with what the mystery drones do, but there's no video and no other information about this, but it is another drone over an airport situation. Meanwhile, of course, Pete Hegseth and President Trump had a big meeting of all the generals. And, they didn't specifically talk about the drones or the mystery drones, but definitely they are talking about getting on a war footing and the things that they believe needs to be done to prepare America for war or in the potential event of war. They didn't say war was coming, so that is good. But, this is occurring in this general atmosphere. From Geo Insider, Denmark has raised the energy sector preparedness level to orange, the second highest amid growing concerns over threats to critical infrastructure, says Climate and Energy Minister Lars Agard. The move follows a fresh risk assessment warning of potential disruptions to supply. And of course, the mystery drones have been seen over the critical infrastructure over parts of Europe, not just airports, but infrastructure in military as well. From Visegrad 24, Ukraine just launched another major drone swarm attack against Russia. So so drones are very much being used in this war, which is again, like in that gas platform, natural gas platform at sea, is hard to say whether that was a mystery drone, an anomalous object, pretending to be a drone or looking like a drone, mimicking a drone for whatever reason, or if that was actually a drone. So, and here is a picture of one of these platforms. I don't know if that's the platform. Geo Insider says in Norway, a drone was spotted at Equinor's Sleipner Field, an offshore oil and gas production site in the North Sea, west of Ingersund. Employees reported the sighting, and police have launched an investigation working with intelligence to determine its origin. So that'll be really interesting to get more details on that. Were they able to track this thing, where it went? Are they going to be able to determine its origin? If it's a Russian drone, you wouldn't think it would be that difficult to determine, where it went anyway. Did it go back to the ship that launched it, for example, if it was a Russian drone? So if it just vanished off the screens or something like that, then maybe it was something more anomalous. So keeping my eye on this story. Again, if you see it before I do, let me know. Are we dealing with something anomalous, or is this just a regular old drone? And now this breaking. France has seized the shadow tanker, part of Russia's shadow fleet, so-called, Pushpa, the shadow tanker Pushpa, off the coast of France. It's suspected of launching drones that closed down Copenhagen airport a week ago. Yeah, this is the shadow tanker that was... it's a crude oil tanker, Pushpa, that was spotted yesterday idling off of France at that location. So, is this indeed the vessel that was launching drones that were behaving like mystery drones? Could this vessel have been launching other drones that weren't the ones behaving like mystery drones, that were conventional warfare drones of the sort that, crossed the Polish border and was a menace to Poland, that sort of thing? Or indeed, could these mystery drones have launched from this vessel? I have yet to see any corroboration that any drones or drone operators were found here, but I definitely have my eye on the story. Meanwhile, although Trump and Hegseth were not saying that war was imminent, Trump is sending at least 2 submarines toward Russia. Also, there is a U.S. aircraft carrier, the Gerald Ford, that is about to cross the Strait of Gibraltar into the Mediterranean. So things are getting heated, and the U.S. is fanning the flames. But yeah, there you go. The Europe and the U.S. And Russia preparing for war, or at least rattling their sabers very fiercely. Hopefully that's all it'll amount to. Hopefully it's just a bunch of saber rattling. But this is all amid the mystery drone flap that has been gripping Europe in the last week that may or may not have fizzled out. But the mystery drone phenomenon that has been appearing in Europe over the last week or so exactly conforms to the mystery drone phenomenon overall. These anomalous objects that come and go, we can't stop them, we can't shoot them down, we can't track them. They have anomalous, capabilities and properties. So unlikely to be Russia or China. This thing has been going on since 2019, 2020, which is when these first objects began to appear in Colorado. So it's a very long con if it's Russia or China pretending to be drones for all these years, or sending out drones to give us a psyop or something like that. So definitely the mystery drones appear to be something else. What the heck is going on in Europe? Are the drones inching us closer to war? And could the only way out of it be disclosure? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, links below. If you want to support Cosmic Road, buy a t-shirt. You can become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars. And I really do appreciate you guys' support. Thank you. Meanwhile, there's plenty of other videos on the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road signing out.